I'm Tom Sparrow, and I'm a retired Purdue professor for 14 years, if you can believe it, and my wife certainly can believe it. Anyway, I'm glad to be in contact with potential givers. And as we go through, I'll say a few words about why you should all give. Okay.
And I'm Mary Jo Sparrow, Tom's beloved wife.
Yeah.
So we're happy to be with you today.
Well, I'm John Schneider. I'm a retired administrator at Purdue for 7 years, Tom. And the reason we're really giving is I've had a strong interest in food finders through my efforts with Rotary Club on the backpack. And we've been modest givers. But when Tom called and suggested this, I respect him so much and admire him so much that saying yes was a no-brainer. So
Thanks, John.
it's a great cause, and it's never been needed more than it has in the current economy and current situation.
And I'm Liz Schneider, a retired social worker and spouse of John. And we've been donors to the arts probably as long as we've lived in Lafayette, and sporadic, modest givers to food finders. But who can turn down Jovial Tom? And when he called and made a request, it's hard to say no.
Especially when it's a good cause.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
bet.
Definitely.
Well, I'd like to say a couple of things. One's to an image that'll be in my mind for the rest of my life, and the other is an observation. The image I have is one that I carry with me. As you know, I was the guy that checked out food at the Food Finders food bag for quite a few years, so I got a chance to know most of the people pretty well. But the image I have is the doors used to open at 1 o'clock for all our clientele. The door opened and this little girl came running out, headed directly to the apple bin, grabbed an apple and began to eat it. And if there anything that encapsulates the need for what you guys are doing, it's that. This little girl clearly had not had much to eat, and here she was taking advantage of the offer. So that's the image I have, and it's a sweet image. The other thing is an observation. The people we serve for a very good reason. They're hungry and they have very few resources. So if there's anything that we can do today and the next couple of days to give money to the cause, I urge you to do it. Believe me, it'll be money well spent. So there.
Yeah, all my experiences, some of my experiences have been right at food finders. Whenever I was there, the people getting the food seemed so happy and so glad to get it and so appreciative. And then one experience that we had in Rotary with our backpack is we would send cans of food home with the kids, and all of a sudden the cans were coming back on this one. And we found out the family didn't even have a can opener.
Oh gosh.
So the next backpack, we included a can opener.
But yeah, I bet.
These young people really need the food, the support. I mean, if we want to improve our environment and our culture, we have to help the people, because they're the ones that create our culture, create our environment, and we want to help them as much as we can, and then they'll help us.
And particularly now, with so many families having loss of income, the numbers have just grown, and the lines, we all see lines in other communities too, all those cars lined up waiting to get food. It's not just our community, it's just across the United States, this growing need now to feed each other. So we need to be generous.
Food is a basic necessity, and if we can help,
Yeah.
that's great. And what I've seen of our local food finders, they're well run, they really care, and they do an excellent job.